My name is Lacey Zorn, and I'm the marketing coordinator for the National Wild Turkey Federation. Our company has a program called Save the Habitat, Save the Hunt. Now, although the name National Wild Turkey Federation may throw you off and you may think we only deal with turkeys, we actually got our name from back when we started our organization over 40 years ago, when the wild turkey was actually on the brink of extinction in North America. However, we promote the conservation of all wildlife and the habitat for which they live. Today, I'm here at Aiken Regional Hospital to talk to you about the terrible tragedy that is happening across America after Easter. Cute little bunnies, ducklings, and baby chicks are being delivered Easter morning by the Easter Bunny to boys and girls across America. And although they're cute and cuddly at first, they will eventually grow up. At this time, people no longer want to take care of them. The children are scared of them, or, they just become a nuisance, and they're not easy to take care of. So people decide to dump these poor little creatures off at places like Aiken Regional, here where they have a beautiful pond in front of their facility, at lakes, streams, and rivers all across their area. The problem with this is that there's a difference between a wild waterfowl and a domesticated waterfowl. Domesticated waterfowl are bred specifically so that they are smaller animals and do not have the correct wingspan to be able to fly away. Whereas the wild ducks and geese are able to fly away to find different food sources. So when a person drops a domesticated animal, such as a duck, off at a place like this, these poor creatures are unable to survive. Now, you may have noticed that there's a lot of visitors that come to places like this that are frequent with ducks, and they'll bring them scraps of popcorn or breadcrumbs, and they'll feed them. And although that's very kind of them, all it's doing is making the situation worse. These animals, number one, cannot rely solely on bread and popcorn. They really need oats and corn and grains to be able to have a fully balanced diet. When they're only eating the breadcrumbs, they become malnourished and are vulnerable to diseases which they then spread to the wild waterfowl that are not curable and could potentially cause an outbreak that could threaten that species. So it's really important that these waterfowl do get the correct diet that they need. So basically the difference is the wild waterfowl are raised by their mothers, and their mothers teach them to hunt for food, to drink water, to swim, to find a safe place to bed down at night, a place to lay their eggs, and also how to protect themselves from potential harm. However, a domesticated waterfowl, such as a duck, is raised by a human. And we all know that humans have life a little bit easier. We don't go out and hunt for our food, usually. We can just go buy it from the store. So we've been supplying these waterfowl with food on a regular basis, clean water, shelter, and protection from any potential harm. Therefore, they're not capable of survival on their own, even at a domesticated place such as this. And it's just such a tragedy that this happens year after year, place after place, all across America, all because the Easter Bunny's gift, it gets old and people abandon those poor little animals. Now, part of this Save the Habitat, Save the Hunt program, what we believe in is that we need to protect the natural habitat for which these animals grow up. And I personally believe that a domesticated waterfowl, their right of protection would be to keep them in a home environment with a family that loves them and can care for them, and to protect the habitat for these wild creatures so that these domesticated animals aren't coming in, getting sick and malnourished, and causing them to get sick and die as well. Now, Save the Hunt part of our organization, we believe in what our forefathers believed in as far as hunting and putting food on the table, but we do not believe in animal cruelty in any way. Although we do focus a lot of our conservation efforts on the wild turkey and its habitat, all animals are dear and important to us. We have programs across the United States for which we protect the natural habitat that all animals, whether it be turkeys, ducks, deer, coyotes, whatnot, where they live. And this is a situation that I think needed broadcasting, especially as close as Easter has been to us right now, so that you are aware of what's going on. So we need to make a stand. If you see a sign that says, "Do not leave your domesticated animals," if you see someone dumping off their domesticated animals, please contact your local service agencies and let them know what's going on. Together, we can save the habitat, and the National Wild Turkey Federation encourages you to not overlook these things and to care about your surroundings. For you to look at just how small these little birds are. This bird right here is actually a ruined duck, and it is a domesticated waterfowl. Now over here, you'll see this. This is a Canadian goose. This Canadian goose is a wild waterfowl, and this is its natural habitat. It knows how to hunt, fish, thrive, forage for food, and how to protect itself from any potential predators. These two ducks here are domesticated waterfowl. You can tell by their sizing, their feathering, and just how small that they are. This one that just stood up, he is actually a runner duck. You can tell by how he stands up tall like a penguin. He's got an elongated neck. These poor creatures were abandoned here, and they are completely across the pond away from the other animals. They don't seem to fit in at all. They're staying together, which makes me think that they were raised together, because birds are social creatures, and, well, ducks and specifically are social creatures, and you always raise them in a group. I actually have 4 at my house. I have 2 ruins and 2 runners. And so then they always stick together. If one of them gets separated from the other, they go crazy. And these 2 birds seem to be just sticking right beside each other, which definitely makes me think that they were dropped off here recently. And they're disconnected from the other waterfowl here at the park, as well as you can just tell the difference of these animals.